Just a girl and her dog who quarantine and vlog. You better believe that I am gonna get the hell out of this godforsaken city of Chicago. Tinley's on my lap. I don't think you can see her, but she says hi. Today, I am going to give you an entire overview of everything that you need for your very first camping trip. Your first, your second, your third, your fourth. You're gonna start off a professional. You are not gonna come home and be like, oh, we should have thought of that. You're gonna watch this, you're gonna have everything you need to know. So it might be a little bit of a longer video. I'll try to keep it around 15 minutes or so, but I am gonna cover everything. This is gonna be for car camping. Bringing your car to a campsite, parking it next to a little area that has a fire pit, wood chips for your tent. I'm also going to talk about incorporating the dog into the camping environment because I have a very sweet little dachshund chihuahua mix named Tinley who loves the outdoors but also loves home and the comfort of home. So, okay. Let's talk about as soon as you get there. First thing when you get to a campsite, what everybody wants to do is they want to set up their tent. Now it depends on what time you're getting to your campground. If you're getting to the campground early in the morning and you're gonna have a full day before going to bed, I actually don't recommend putting up your tent as soon as you get there. You want as few bugs in your tent as possible. You want the tent as clean as possible. Maybe putting it up in the afternoon is gonna be better than putting it up as soon as you get there. If you're watching this video, then I trust that you have already done your research on the tent that you want. I actually recommend getting a 2-room tent, especially if you are a female solo camper. Getting a 2-room tent serves multiple purposes here. Purpose number 1, it makes the people around you think that you are part of a larger group. When they're walking past your campsite, they can see this huge tent that has 2 rooms and all this crap everywhere, and they might just assume that you're part of a family rather than just a single woman traveling alone. That's the first purpose. If you don't want to spend the money on a 2-person tent, it might be cheaper to get multiple little tents and you can set up like a little combine. Having a 2-room tent or 2 tents or multiple tents can also serve you a few purposes as well. It gives you 1 room and 1 area just for sleeping. You can set up your cot pad, an inflatable bed, a nightstand, the dog's kennel, the dog's water bowl. Everything is confined for sleeping in just 1 area. And you can use the second tent or the second room of the tent to set up a little makeshift bathroom for yourself. You might not feel comfortable, using the shared facilities at all and have people see that you are there alone, or have people look at you and then think,
I want to find her later, where is she sleeping?
So you might just want to keep yourself out of the public eye, and in that case, having multiple rooms or multiple tents and a little makeshift bathroom of your own comes in really handy. Second, you just might not feel comfortable using the shared facilities at night or the very first thing in the morning. So having a little separate area where you can have a dometic toilet, for example. A dometic toilet, if you're not familiar with it, is a really small portable toilet. It's about, yay big. It doesn't hold a lot, but it's really great for like a late at night use or a first thing in the morning use. Comes in a case that's very sanitary and you can keep it away from everything else. You can just dump the stuff from the dometic toilet either in a regular toilet or at a dumping station. Also, in that second room or that second tent where you're making your makeshift bathroom, you can make a wash station. It is always a good idea, I think, to have a wash station on your campsite. A station that you can go and get yourself a really good hand wash without having to, again, walk to the facilities. If you're solo with your dog, you know you have to bring the dog to the bathroom with you, and then people are kind of like, why is she here with her dog? And that's kind of another indicator that you might be traveling alone. These are raised water dispensers. I liked this set of 2 that had the labels. One of them I will use for a hand washing station, and I'll label it hand washing. This might be tap water that I just fill up anywhere, and it's to wash dishes or to wash my hands. The second one might be for drinking water or lemonade or something that I want to have that's refreshing for the group that is coming. I like that it's raised. You can put this on the top of a table and then have a little collapsible bowl underneath it. And because it's raised up, it'll fall into the bowl really nicely. You can also just put a water dispenser on the edge of your picnic table, have the water just run into the soil. I also never want to bring back water with me, so I'm never stingy about how much water I'm using to wash my hands or my dishes. I want to use the water. Speaking of a makeshift bathroom or a makeshift wash area, these dry soap sheets are amazing. They just need water to be activated. It turns into this luxurious foaming soap, and once it's gone, it's gone. So you don't have to worry about the dispenser, or you don't have to worry about anything like that. Even though Tintley is a small dog, I always carry with me these big collapsible dog bowls because they're bigger, but they still collapse down. These Turkish towels are fantastic as well. Really, really thin. They barely take up any space, but they are super absorbent and super sleek, so you're not gonna get dirt or sand or anything caught in them. They dry super fast, and they're decorative and cute. These are supposed to hold photographs, and they'll come in a bigger container, and there's like 5 or 6 of them that come to a pack. You can use these individual ones to hold hooks, to hold bobby pins. Shoot, I mean, it's endless. They're really slim and thin, so they pack really well. I can't talk. I really recommend keeping your towel and your wash items in a Tupperware container next to your dispenser here. You always want to keep things in containers and confined when camping, just because bugs are like flying from everywhere. Like, they're falling from the trees, they're flying through the air, so just always keep, whenever you have a little station, keep it confined in a little Tupperware and open and close as needed. This actually came with my dog's travel bag. If you have not seen this video about my favorite dog travel bag, you must watch it. I will link it in the description below because I don't know how to link it here. This bag is genius. These people thought of everything. And when I bought the bag, it came with these 2 insulated pouches for dog food. My dad actually had this idea, and it is very smart. I just keep toilet paper in one of them. So when we're at a park or we're at a camping site and I want to go to the bathroom and I want the nice toilet paper because I'm glamping, or if you have a Dometic toilet in your other tent and you want to keep toilet paper next to it, this is awesome. It keeps it dry, it keeps it safe, and it is the perfect size for a roll of Charmin Ultra toilet paper. If you're going to be camping in the winter or on a day that is supposed to be really cold, I highly recommend taking moving blankets for the flooring in your tent. They're insulated, they're thick, they're gonna keep your feet a little bit warmer, and they're gonna keep you a little bit warmer too. If you're going in the summer, I'm gonna give you a couple of options for some flooring. This is a portable picnic blanket. It is huge, but it is like pocket size when you fold it up. This one is a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit nicer on your feet, but this is also a great option, and it's of course super easy to carry as well. I don't have the next option with me, but I'm going to put a picture of it right here and I'll link it below. But it's another foldable picnic blanket that goes over your shoulder. Also really great for carry, for travel, and it's huge as well. And I also have this travel yoga mat. It fits really nicely. It's like the size of my arm, but it's a really long, regular sized yoga mat. And what's nice about this is that it is thicker as well. And another little flooring option that I will mention is this fireproof mat. And I think it's for welding, actually. I don't really want to test it out, but I will put it on the ground when I cook just to be sure. Speaking of fire, it is also a really good idea to have this fire spray with you. It's like if you don't want to carry a fire extinguisher with you there, or if you don't know how to use a fire extinguisher, this is just a regular spray bottle. You just like, don't do it in your eye though. You want to put your campfire out completely before going to bed. So if you need a little bit extra of this spray to get it out, use it. In this pouch is a saucepan, a pot, a kettle, and 2 cups. It's really easy to put together and to put back. What I like about these is that they are a little bit non-stick. Cast iron is great when you're putting it over a fire, but it does require a little TLC. If you don't have a big bin to properly wash your cast iron, or if you don't want to carry extra oil with you to season it afterwards, this is just a great alternative. It wipes off really easy and it's really easy to put back together. I don't recommend cooking your food at your campsite. I recommend heating up your food at your campsite in a fun campfire-y way. Foil packets are your best friend. You can put anything in a foil packet. Fish and veggies in a foil packet, and then you can just throw it on a pan like this so that the packet isn't directly on the fire. Breakfast burritos in foil packets, enchiladas in oil packets, quesadillas in oil packets. You can put breakfast quiches in oil packets. You literally can have like an 8-course meal and dessert, all from oil packet food. You can use the teapot to boil your water for coffee in the morning. This goes on top of your mug or your cup, and you put your ground coffee beans in top, and then you pour the boiled water into this and it brews down into your coffee cup. You can also use the bigger pot as a Dutch oven. And what I also love about this pot is that it does have a lip to it. So if you are making this for coffee for 2 people, it'll pour really nicely and precisely into your pour over. This is my stove and prep area. Ta-da! Look how small it is. I do not have a big car. Everything that I bring has to be tiny, just like me and my dog. This can be a wood burning stove or it can be a propane stove. I think that there's another option too, that you can use an external gas of some sort to fuel it. It has multiple fuel sources, but I use it for wood burning. And I do recommend, if you're going to use it for wood burning, to get those little fire starter packets. Cut them up so that they're a little bit smaller, because those fire starter packets are for much bigger fires. Put a little bit of that fire starter into the stove before you start it, because otherwise you might have a little bit of a difficult time starting a fire. So as soon as you get there, just go around with a little bucket or bag and collect as many little twigs as you can find, and that's what you're going to use for your mini stove here. I love this because it's collapsible, and once you bring it out, it collapses down so you can put inside of it your fire starter, any little twigs or leaves that you found around the area, and it has this really nice surface that has a little bit of elevation for your pot or pan, which I love, because then your pan is not directly on the fire, it's a little bit elevated and has that airflow. It also comes with a separate prep table, which is fantastic. Fantastic. I also recommend traveling with one of these little small cutting boards. It's just small and tiny. Might I recommend this powerless chopper? You just put the onion or whatever you're chopping in here, shut it like this, and then it just chops it. You just crank it. This is another great alternative. It's called the Hot Logic oven. This is a portable oven. It can plug into your car, or you can get a regular plug and just plug it into a generator or a portable charging station or the electrical panel that the campsites come with. It's also really great if you're just traveling on a road trip and staying at a couple of hotels and you're not sure if you'll have a microwave in the room, or if the microwave in the room is just like nasty. Thank you, Hot Logic, for this crappy Tupperware. And then it's got this plate at the bottom, and this plate is what heats up. Because it's insulated like this, once you shut it and the plate heats up, it becomes an oven. You can't cook like chocolate chips in here, but you could heat up a burrito, you could heat up a sandwich, you could heat up some grilled vegetables. You get the idea. Okay, so are you picturing it now? You have your car, you have your tent, you have your other tent or your 2-room tent, you have your picnic table that's got your hand washing station. Okay, what are you missing? This is something that you would get to a campsite, and then after you're there, you'd be like, that would have been a good idea. Rope, always rope. First of all, you can make a dog toy with rope. So if you think you have too much rope, you do not have too much rope. You can never have enough rope. You can tie your dog up to the picnic table with this, but what I recommend is once you get to the campsite, take a bunch of rope and tie it across 2 trees. And then I love these little, I don't know what these are called technically. Spruckbur. I don't think that's English. And then I love these little clips that you can just clip onto the rope. Clip on here your bags, trash bag. The possibilities are endless. It's just good to have a rope with hooks. And if you don't want to use one of these, or if it's not going to serve your purpose, these are also fantastic. I don't know who came up with this, but it's called the Hero Clip. One of the clips can go on top of a bar or a stroller or a table or a rope, and then this clasps shut on this side. Or you could do it the other way too, and you could hang this on the rope like this, and then you've got a regular hook that you can hang just anything. I have something fantastic that you can hang. This is the Stinky Bag, STNKY, odor-proof laundry bag. When they say odor-proof, they mean odor-proof. Nothing is getting through this bag. It's waterproof, it's odor-proof, it's probably fireproof. It doesn't say that it is, but it's everything else proof. What's great about this bag is that you can hang it up on the little hook on your rope, throw your dirty clothes in here. It's got a mesh lining. Once you're done, you zip it up, you transport it home, unzip the bottom, put it inside out, and then you can throw this whole thing in your washing machine and you never have to touch the dirty clothes. You can also hang this lantern. This is why I bought it. It has this softer light. It has this bright light, which is like, whoa. You can also do a flashing light, or it can be an SOS light. This is my favorite portable charging station.
Portable charging station, portable charging station.
Say that 3 times really fast. This is my favorite portable charging station. It's so small and lightweight. I mean, it's a little heavy. It's maybe like 4 pounds. An AC out, which again is really nice, and it's got 110 volts in this. So you could plug your Hot Logic mini oven into this. This is another portable charging option. This one is more lightweight. It's a little bit more portable, but it does have 110 volts for the AC output, and it's a 12 volts for everything else. Vinegar and water is a really great pet safe mosquito and insect repellent. Mosquitoes hate the smell of vinegar. I use this for everything around the house as a homemade poopery to spray into the toilet. I use this for counter spray to clean my counters. I use this for table spray. I use this for a fabric freshening smell. I keep this in the car in case the dog has a car sick episode and I need to clean up after her. So I know as soon as I get to my campground, I'm going to have this, and I will spray around the tent with the vinegar, and I'll spray around the seats and everything. Mosquitoes also hate the smell of mint. So if you have mint leaves or any kind of a minty herb, put it in your fire while you're camping. Mosquitoes hate the smell of it, and it'll keep them away. I also highly recommend bringing a bee catcher and just putting the catcher like down away from you so that you're not attracting the bees, but so that it's near you but away from you, and hopefully most of the bees will go to that catcher instead of to your food. Another spray bottle is this little bottle of just plain water for when you first wake up at your campsite and you want to wash your face, but you're not there yet. You're like still in bed. You just spritz, and it really wakes you up. It's also a great freshener for when you're hiking and you just want to refresh from hiking. And if your dog eats something or does something that you don't want it to do, you can spray it with this too. Alright, that's it. That's everything that I have for you. If you like this video and if you want to follow along on Tinley and I's camping adventures this summer, then subscribe to the channel and click that little bell icon. It's a notification bell, and it will notify you every time we post a new video, which is almost every Thursday. I don't think we've missed a Thursday. We might have missed a Thursday somewhere along the line. We try to post a new video every Thursday. So subscribe, follow along, and join us on our camping adventures. I will have many more tips coming your way on travel and on camping. So if you like this content, also hit the thumbs up button so I know that you like these kinds of videos, and I'll make more of them in the future. Happy trips!